Yeah, g'day guys, Frenchie here. I'm going Crevicing tomorrow and I thought I'd give you a look at what's in my bag. Alright, so first off you'll need a shovel. That's to remove the overburden because there will be overburden. I'm still going to run the overburden through the high banker because I'm taking the high banker with me. And that should be fine. Take a bait pump, you'll always need to get down to the bottom of the crevices. I've got my backpack here and the pans clip onto the back of it like that, which is really handy. So they come off pretty easy. Come out. But I won't even be needing the classifier tomorrow because we'll be basically filling this bucket and putting it straight into the high banker, unclassified. So anyway, so first off, I've got a Crevicing tool here. It's a Matt's Crevicing tool. I do believe he's got a website up and running now, so give him a look. Makes all this stuff in his garage, basically, I think. Yeah. This Jimmy bar, I got it off a mate. It's fantastic. It's tough. I think they go for about $80 or $90 at Bunnings. And look, I know where I'm going tomorrow. I've had a look at it, so I know I don't need anything bigger than this, but I do keep a big crowbar, pry bar, and I do keep a bigger, solider version of this in the car. But I know where I'm going tomorrow, so that should do. I've got these masonry bits. Never used them before. I figured I'd use them. They're in the bag. They've always been in the bag. Yeah, I've never used them, so I'm probably not taking them. Rock hammer, yeah, sometimes they're good. You can use it to beat in that, and you can also use it to chip stuff away. So, brick hammer, or brick hammer, I should say. It's not a rock hammer. And then I've got a little garden spade there for getting into the smaller cracks. Paintbrush for getting into those crevices, and a shovel and broom like that. And you'll see exactly why I need that when I get to where I'm going tomorrow. Now, a bit about the Mac Pack. It's a pretty good setup. You can get them smaller than that. I probably would go smaller. I don't think I need that. I do carry some other stuff in there though. I've got a little chair here. Pops out for when you want to be a bit lazy on the creek when you're panning. I've got Andy Pandy's poverty prospecting sluice that I won from his 500 subscriber giveaway, 2.5 years ago. Anyway, and I've got a black sand magnet that I got off my mate Trav. You guys will know him as what's the car? Haven't lost their virginity in the back of one. Valiant 69 AU. There you go, that's me mate Trav. I've also got my snuffer bottle. And I also keep a little bottle like that on handy just in case for nuggets. Unfortunately, that hasn't had to come out yet. So that's me my crevice toolkit. It's pretty much everything I always carry in my bag, except for those masonry bits, the masonry chisels. Never had to use them, probably won't. Yeah, that's just my setup. Doesn't have to be your setup. You might carry more, carry less, but I do like crevicing. It's one of my favourite aspects of prospecting. And those are the tools that I've never needed more than that, and I've never needed any less than that. So it seems to work. Yeah. Anyway, let's get down to the creek and have a better look. So before we go, just want to do a little shout out to Andy, Poverty Prospecting. And why don't you show us what's in your bag, mate? I challenge you to see what's in your bag. Your ball bag. Backpack. Backpack? Yeah! Welcome back. I'll just show you where I'm working right now. It's a nice little drop off on the bedrock here. It's got some gravels there. I'm just going to process all of them and see what we got. Use the shovel to get the overburden, and then we'll get the crevice tools out. So this big drop off here, like it's fairly big. It's as big as me. It's as tall as me gumboot. All right, so what I'm doing with all this overburden is I'm just shoveling it all into the high banker. Right there. There's quite a bit of it. It's probably my daily limit with my miners, all right? But I'm starting from the edge here, closest to the creek, and working away from it because any low points, you want to start there if you can, but I'm just processing the whole lot because there'll be flood gold in there as well that's just sitting on top. Anyway, let's get into it. Like I said, this thing will take a couple of loads. It's about 8 shovels in there. I'm just going to let it sit for a bit. let it wash. And then I'll throw another 8 or 10 in and let it wash. And I'll give it half an hour. It's been about 5 minutes. I'll give it half an hour and I'll see what I've got. As you can see, I've come from the creek side here. That's your fast water. This is your average, and up there is your where it floods. So this is kind of in the middle. And as you can see, I've come in from the creek side and I'm starting to expose some more bedrock. So soon I'm going to have to get the crevice tool in here and bring it down here. I'm just getting this stuff out so I can create a nice empty pocket. Oh, that's a nice big bit of quartz there. Very, very buggy. Yeah, going to empty this pocket out here, and that way I can scrape everything down into here and then bait pump it into a bucket and then tip it into the high banker. See, this is the other unpredictability about prospecting. I'll show you. So I'm cleaning out this crevice, and I'm digging out here to make some room. But what I found here, I found the Mariana Trench of this creek. So I'm just going to keep digging this out because it's deep. It's probably going down about 2 foot. Then I can scrape all that down and get it into there, bait pump it out and see what we got. All right, let's go. So, shadows here. They're just a little bait pump. Got some, eight flakes out of there. Just behind that rock there. So there were some big rocks there, including this one. So stuff is obviously dropping off there. I'll clean all that down. And I'll bait pump it out again. All right, so that's about a half-hour run. I have moved a fair amount of overburden. But is it worth it? I don't know. I've really got to see if there's gold in the overburden or if it's just at the bottom. But generally, this creek, it's just flood gold, so it's going to be sort of mixed everywhere. And it's a pretty well-known spot, I guess. There's a bit of work here. We're not the only ones to have been here. That's not too bad. It's nothing major. But that's what you like. That's what you get out of Melbourne creeks, really. So, but yeah, this spot is heavily worked by other people, but. Yeah, must be some good gold here, because someone's been digging, but I'm just working on my little spot. Looks like it's untouched, so not jumping anyone's claims. Now I'll get this snuffed up and see what else we can get. Yeah, so that's another half-hour run. Got a nice little. That's just a sticker. It's very flat. Tiny little bit of meat to it, but mostly just flat. Get in there. Yeah, so things didn't go to plan today. I'm gonna have to come back here and do a second video. But I've got the crevice tool in there. There's a little overhang that goes under there. I've scraped all that out, bait pumped it, and threw it through the high banker. That's both mats that I've just cleaned out. So not a lot of gold, but I mean, that's what happens. Sometimes you get on it, sometimes you don't. I'm definitely going to come back here and actually I'm going to remove all that overburden. I've removed all that. This started here where my foot is, and it's gone in there. All of that, it's gone through the high banker. You can see where it was up onto the rock here. You can see where it was on that dark line, where the gravels were. So yeah, it goes down a bit here. Probably deeper than what I thought. Yeah, it probably goes down 4 or 5 inches. I thought it was just going to be flat bedrock, but the crevice actually runs up into there, all the way up there. As I said, there's other people been working here over the years. Doesn't look like anyone's jumped in here, not for a long time anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna have to clean it up all the way up. Starting to get down to the clays and that here. As you can see, that's what you're looking for. That's where the good stuff is. But I'm out of time today. Mrs. has booked me out as a handyman, so which is fair enough. Family needs you occasionally. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna pack this up and bugger off, and I'm going to try and get back out here in another couple of weeks and see what we can't find. All right, let's go. There you go. So there's a couple of hours work. Got my little flat sticker there. Like I said, not a picker. Just very flat, very light. It was actually rolling around in the pan, trying to float away. But yeah, that's the joy of crevicing. Like I said, I'm going to come back here, have another look, because the funny thing about crevicing is if there is any gold stuck in the bottom, sometimes it can be big, sometimes it's not. I still haven't found any nuggets. I've found some big pickers, never found a nugget. But that's what I want to do, is find a nugget. So I want to come back here and dig this out, There's a bit of work that's gone in here. Someone's been working here for the past couple of years. People have probably been coming here for years. It's a little bit hard to get to, but it's on a public creek. It's in Melbourne. It's not on the exempt list. It's just a bit of a walk, as some of these creeks are. But that's the joy of it. People that are lazy, they don't want to come out this far. More gold for us, but someone's been here before us. I'm not touching their spots. I mean, it's a public creek, but I'm not going to go over their holes. They've left a whole bunch of gravels. I could sweep them up and process them. There's probably some gold in there because they've left so much behind. But they've done a lot of work, but I'm not working on their spot. It's brand new ground. I don't learn anything when I jump people's claims. Yeah, so back out here in a couple of weeks, and I'll get the rest of my crevice tool kit out. But at the moment, there's probably just a little bit too much water. It's not flowing. I've got my high bank here, and you can see where the dirty water just stops. Yeah, so back here in a couple of weeks, and I'll try and clean this out. This whole crevice, there's two of them, I'll show you. So that one there. So like I said, I started here. You can see where the gravels were against that rock. And I clean all that out and go into here. It starts pinching out, and see what we can find. So until then, that's about as good as it's going to get for now. I'm going to take this home and weigh it up. I'm guessing about 0.1, 0.2, 0.2 at the max. Yeah, so it's all right. It all goes in my little jar and up here for another day. No, not drugs, but mum's the word. It'll be, who knows, maybe it will be drugs, I don't know. So yeah, all this gold, regardless of how small it is, will just go into my little jar. Andy gave me a little glass vial. He said I've got to fill it up by the end of the year, although it holds about 3 ounces. I don't know if that's going to happen, Andy, but we'll try. Yeah, so snuff this stuff up, get it home, weigh it up, get back out here in a couple of weeks and show you some action, what could be at the bottom of the hole. Until then, peace, I'll see you at home. There we go, a little bit of gravel, sand mixed in there, 0.13, so yeah, I don't know what that's probably worth about $20 now, I don't know. That's from last week. Let's tip it all in and see what we get. 0.55, so half a point. There is black sand and stuff in there, so maybe take off a smidge. So maybe bring it down to 0.51, I guess, 0.52. Anyway, that's about 3 hours work, I guess. So we're looking at $130, $140 there. Yeah, not too bad. All right, I have begun. There you go, Andy. 0.55, 0.55 of a gram in this gigantic jar you gave me and told me to fill up before the end of the year, or at the end of the year. I don't know if it's going to happen, mate, but I'll give it a crack. I'll give it the good old college try. All right, that's it, guys. I'm going to get back out when I can and clean out that crevice, but I also want to get back to the spot I went last time because that gave me half a gram in about an hour. So, priorities. I am catching up with Andy on Wednesday, so probably make a little doodad video about that as well. So until then, see you later. Yeah.